Buckle up, Buttercup. Live from Gloucester, Massachusetts. Podcasting around the world. You're listening to the GloucesterCast podcast, a production of Joey Shimataro and Good Morning Gloucester Media. Kick back, relax, and enjoy the show with your host, Joey Shimataro, and his crew of merry castaways. No piping plovers will be intentionally harmed in the production of this podcast.
2 seconds.
Now, do they see that on the viewer end? Do they see that like 2 seconds?
I think, yeah, it's on the screen, but I don't know if they see the at the bottom, the blue going across, which is the 60-second timer.
For Joey's like typing away like a Muppet, like trying to get everything in there. Like, oh, show, we're gonna be late. And then it's like 1.5 seconds to spare.
Yeah. So for
I'm in charge of lighting today, just so everyone knows.
Donna McCarthy Rogers. How many people call you Donna McCarthy instead of Donna Rogers?
I asked Ralph. Do you know the story about the card she wrote for my son for graduation?
No.
She wrote Ada McCarthy. Made out the check to Ada McCarthy.
Kim, your wife. That'll be your wife.
She's like, oh my God.
Ralphie,
I didn't know she did that.
And it was because Chris McCarthy in our group text said something about she's a sister from another mother or whatever. I don't know.
Sister from another miss.
Donna Rogers with us. Ralphie's with us. Very, very esteemed guest.
Everybody has to have an opening.
Walk on music.
The entrance music. We have Chris Langer. Couple is with us. We have a tight crew today. Tight crew.
Tight? In which way?
Tight like a
So tight that Donna's thighs are rubbing, the legs are rubbing up against me. That's how tight we are.
Having a moment over here.
Did you bring your thigh powder?
Michael Rogers. Mike Rogers says Donna Mac.
Oh, Mike's away.
Mike's already away.
Good morning, Mike.
Where is he?
Mike
He was
right
partying
now
with the Redcoats.
is lying horizontal in bed. His phone is on his chest. He might be in the sauna, but I bet he's not.
Was he dancing with the Ghibli girls on top of the bar at the studio last night?
I cannot answer that question.
You can neither confirm nor deny these allegations.
I went home at 8 o'clock last night.
Ooh, then that means he was.
What the?
She went home at 8 o'clock.
Mike really isn't a dance on the chair bar kind of guy.
He's more of a leaner.
He's a leaner.
He's like a lean on the bar.
Lean on the bar.
Yeah.
And encourage others to do.
Encourage others. And then he take his phone out.
Yeah.
There you go. We do have some video from the studio.
The studio was rocking last night.
The studio's back, by the way.
The studio is back.
The studio is back. Ralph can attest.
Wait, we're calling it the wrong name.
I know, 51.
What is it?
51.
Oh, that's right. 51 Rocky Neck.
Rocky 51 Rocky Neck. It's not the studio. It's just embedded in our brains that it's
I did that intentionally only because I like to rib Patrick because I told him that no one that I know anywhere, like if we say let's meet at the studio, no one's saying let's meet at 51 Rocky Neck. They're still saying let's meet at the studio.
Well, we'll probably continue to do that, but officially it's
51 Rocky Neck. 51 Rocky Neck is back in a big way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you. I want you to talk about it because we had dinner the other night.
We had dinner that night. Joe and the girls, Kate and Joe and Kim and I, we went there Friday night for dinner. And I'll tell you right now, I'm in love with that Sicilian cod.
Yeah.
Wow, that's legit.
Everything looked great.
It's legit. Kim had the zucchini dish there. She was with the chicken.
Loved it. What did you say? You said, "Wow, my wife, who is one of the
toughest food critics I know." And she loved it. So if Kim likes it, it's good.
There you go.
That's it.
Like Mikey.
My wife, my beautiful wife, Kate, had similar sentiments. She went in saying, "Oh, I'm not sure about the menu. She reluctantly, when we left, had to give them their flowers.
Never mind the fact that it was a 10. The night was a 10. The weather was
Wow.
perfect. We sat at, we had the popular table. Everybody came around to pay homage to our table.
Homage. Well, Ralph. I mean, we got Ralph at the table. That's what it is. We'll do a little rundown. Kathy Barlow is with us. Mike Rogers, Carol Lupian, Mike Bertolino. Good morning to you. Steve Conti, Pam Doty, Phil Scannell, my beautiful wife Kate has joined us. Tina Greel, Chris Thompson, Katie Hyde, and there you go. That's what we're up to date with our hellos. So we
Mornings.
Also the drink menu was pretty. That pink drink we got, the rhubarb.
The rhubarb. Yeah, that was pretty wild. I still it's like vanilla vodka in there or something. It was, yeah.
It was
Felicia, the bartender there, she's great.
Felicia the bartender. There's a lot of restaurant news
Was
this
she
week.
in the front of the back last on Friday night? Was she? What night was that?
I saw her running around outside, so
I
she
think
was
she was in
probably.
the back bar.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Annie Rochon is with us. Michelle O'Neill Delore. I don't remember seeing that name. That might be a new one for us.
Welcome.
We have a lot of restaurant news this week. A lot
We
of
have a
restaurant
lot.
news.
And then, Fiesta. I hope everyone's resting up for that.
Tomorrow, the Burn opens officially to the public. They're going to be open up 7 days a week.
I've been telling everybody who listens, like after being there last Sunday, I'm really excited for that.
Very excited.
Who's going tomorrow? Or are we going to give it a day?
Well,
Probably gonna go tomorrow. Be there at 11 a.m. when they open.
that'd be good. Lunch could be good idea to get the lunch because there's only 20-something seats.
All right, well, I'll look for a text, okay?
I like it.
All right.
All right.
Not working tomorrow.
Sugar Mags opened to a big fanfare. Breakfast sandwich. Ralphie and I got this the breakfast
Whoa.
sandwich. This one's the linguiça. I got the goat cheese linguiça, but they have a bunch of different cheeses, a bunch of different meats options. And as you can see, I couldn't wait. I'm a sucker for a hash brown patty.
Those were good.
We ended up putting the hash browns in the sandwich.
Yeah.
Oh.
Pro move.
Yeah.
Total pro move. Yeah. And they're closed on Sundays and Mondays, right?
Yes.
If I'm
Yep, they're back on Tuesday.
have you gone
I
yet,
haven't gone yet.
Donna?
I should have sent you the selfie of me and my daughter.
What'd you get?
We went on, I don't remember what day it was, but we went. And so I will admit I've never been to Sugar Mags.
Oh,
Well,
But I
It's okay.
moved here, I want to say they were like, I guess they were open. Anyway, believe it or not. So I had the egg sandwich, so with the arugula and the grilled cheese and the fig, I think it is. Loved it.
fantastic. There's nothing bad. You can
Love
throw.
it.
That's one of those menus you can throw a dart at the menu and it's going to be
Throw
great.
it out. But, yeah, it was
We have more Little Sister 2-for-1 on Mondays at the Cut Review from Chris Langanopoulos.
well, I still haven't had a Little Sister burger. Like
great. Wow.
I've been hearing about them since they opened on the Neck, and then they go to the Cut, and then Zach at Zach's Ears from Minglewood said, "Oh, the chicken Caesar wrap is amazing." So now I've gone twice at the Cut, and I can't bring myself to get a burger because the chicken Caesar wrap is so freaking good.
There you go.
Really?
It's interesting because
When in doubt, get both.
That's a good call.
I think I absolutely need to get there. Like,
Has anyone had the Larry Bird, the fried chicken sandwich?
no,
That's what I had last time I was
really, the Larry
there.
Bird.
It's called the Larry Bird, yeah.
I love it. There
And
you go.
I don't usually eat like fried food, but I was like, I can, this is gonna be good oil. It's gonna settle okay. It's not gonna be a lot of breading. So
There you go. If you thought that was it that we had for restaurant news,
There's more.
but wait, there's more. Saluti, the sister cafe where Thai Choice was. The salted cod. No, that's not the West End. That's
Okay.
actually the East End.
East End. Sorry.
Union Hill, I guess you could call it Union Hill.
She hasn't lived here long.
That's all right. The Salted Cod Art House. Saluti will focus on wine while also hoping to capture the magic of being known as a place where people want to gather. The Salted Cod's relationship with local artists has been so rewarding to us. So for Saluti, we hope to expand that with a focus on musicians. Salted Cod Art, Saluti musicians bringing great jazz and European music to the area. Saluti does have a full kitchen, but we are staying very close to what we want to be. We are a wine bar first, offering incredible rotating selection of wines. Our Saluti menu will boast tapas with an European focus and, of course, cheese and flatbread. They say the next 6 to 8 weeks will be very busy for our team as we work to cultivate an experience that is worthy. They are looking to add the following team members: wine tenders and kitchen support. No experience, no worries. But for the wine tenders, they'd like you to have some experience with wine. If interested in joining us at Saluti, please email Tom at salutigloucester.com.
SALUTI.
I've always wanted to be a bartender, and for a minute I saw that. I'm like, I think I could be a wine tender. Like, I've never done it before.
I think you can do it.
Experience.
You can bullshit your way through it. You can bullshit your way through
We got some new people.
That's a robust red, high in tannins.
it. You know, some new people say high attendance. That's the new thing for the selling people on. Okay, so we're going to start. Bill Wren, Pat's illegitimate lover, who oversees her at the Emerson Inn. Michael Anthony, good morning to you. Slight audio echo. Is there still audio echo? Hold on. I have to check my what we're using for a mic. No, we're using this mic.
Mum's on too.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to shut that window. It might be from that window.
Okay, we're working on sound.
Antovic, you just threw a monkey wrench into the whole
Yeah.
operation here.
I appreciate the feedback because we like to try to
No pun intended.
Exactly. Let's see who else is with us. Pauline Bresnahan, Ed Collar. Pauline, thank you for donating those flag last week for podcast.
Mom is here.
I'm going through the list.
Okay.
Thank you. Pat McNally, Diane Booton is with us. The Spags, the Swingers from the highest STD rate community in the United States, which is the Villages, as we know. Marcy Myler Plant is with us. Peter Tarantino.
Hey, Marcy.
Deb Rolosi Pollock, also famous for having the daughter, Amanda Pollock, who is the director at Discover Gloucester. And so every time I see Deb Rolosi Pollock's name, I'm going to have to mention Amanda Pollock.
Okay.
That's just the way it's going to go. My beautiful mother, Pat Shimata. Don't worry.
Hi,
Ralph was very concerned.
I love that.
No cookies. She didn't bring us cookies this morning.
What?
She only
Take her
brings
name
them.
off.
She only brings them for McCarthy. McCarthy loves the Giganna cookies.
McCarthy?
She says,
Wait a minute.
We're
Ralph.
on McCarthy.
McCarthy? Really?
No
There's
McCarthy.
Not much competition there.
Well,
Sleeping
we
after
did get
midnight?
we have video of McCarthy from last night, so that may explain why he's not here.
Yeah.
We stopped at my mom. Paula Ryan O'Brien's with us. Brianne Castle's with us. Kelly Lynn Schmidt Rich is with us, and I think that gets us up to speed. Thank you for joining us, everybody. So there's that. Where were we?
I don't know, but you mentioned the Villages. I think Good Night Naples should have a show at the Villages. this
Oh,
season.
here we go. This good night.
They are gonna be all about having you up there.
Yeah.
And they have
Well,
cigar bars up there. It's really fantastic.
yeah, well, I think we should do a show there.
All right.
We should talk to the powers that be.
We were speaking of the Villages, so we did yesterday a little small group of guys, like a very casual bachelor party for Brian and Elise. So I went to some place for the first time ever, and the Villages actually came up. The Century House.
Oh my God, it's the first time you've ever been
The
there?
first time I've ever been there.
That's old school.
That's all,
Keno
yeah,
Den.
it was awesome.
That's old
Now,
school.
Yeah,
that's a place for a bachelor
Because,
party.
well, Brian doesn't drink. And so we just loaded, 5 of us up in the car. We went to the Century House, had some appetizers, played Keno. He loves Keno.
Oh, you can't.
Yeah. And so then we went from there to the Anchor. And we were going to sit out at the tiki bar. And it was so freaking hot. And it was pretty busy. We ended up sitting inside so we could play more Keno. So we had a Keno.
So this was yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday.
I'm surprised you're even here with all that wildness.
Well, so then we went from there. We had dinner at Rossetti's, and then I was driving everybody home, and I said, "Guys, this is the first bachelor party I've ever been to when I was going home and the sun's still up." It was
Longest day of the year.
it was like 8:00, and I'm driving home.
I
But
thought
we
you-
had a great, really a lot of fun.
I thought you were going to stop at Kowloon for one last chicken thing.
That would have been
Sorry,
we were
I'm
talking
sorry.
about the Kowloon.
Yeah.
Ralph and I, because we're from that area.
Nostalgia.
And how much of an institution it is. But Bobby won.
It's gonna change. Gonna go.
But they're still gonna have it on the bottom floor, right?
Yeah, but it's
It's
not
not
gonna
gonna
be.
be the
It's
same.
never gonna be the same.
Hey, as long as they still serve the Saugus wings, yeah, it's something to look
Yeah,
forward
I
to.
like their chicken wing, their chicken fingers. Their chicken
They're
fingers
really good.
are really
The chicken wings.
and their little teriyaki nuggets.
Boston late night food trucks are hitting 7 key spots around the city starting June 13th from Fenway to Faneuil Hall, and will be able to serve food until 3 a.m.
When you first saw that, you said the city. I thought it was coming here.
No.
Until you said Fenway, I was like, oh my god, that'd be fantastic.
That is pretty wild. And, you know, like Boston was always known as being the place that would shutter it up at 12 o'clock, and people from LA and Miami and New York would laugh at us because, you know, their culture, their nightlife culture, until 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning.
But I think in Boston, restaurants, if they wanted, they could be open until 3, right?
Was that right?
I think so.
Then it stays open pretty late,
Yeah.
you know.
Or Chinatown, like you go into like the Chinese restaurants late night.
But I love late night food truck.
Did anybody go to see the reenactment at all?
My husband did.
He did. And what did he say?
He said it was cool.
I thought they were going to have food trucks down there. I wonder if they did. Can anybody report that went down to the?
There was one. I think I drove by on Friday afternoon just to check out the setup. I think I saw a food trailer set up.
Kim and I went to it by water yesterday. Her and I just went over on the boat just to see them trying to get ashore, but we just missed it.
I wanted to do
Look at that. That's
That's a great shot.
That's Jackie Bennett, one of our
It was
contributors.
a pretty good crowd there, huh? And the day was what a perfect day they had.
You couldn't have asked, because it was not too hot that those people wearing that
Right.
were going to absolutely, because if it was this afternoon, I think we get the heat coming this afternoon. That's a pretty good spectacle right there, I would say.
I saw a video last night, kind of like an upper aerial view of a video of the actual battle. And they were shooting it. It was very impressive. Very
Andy
to
Rochon,
coordinate that.
Andy Rochon says the lunch lady food truck was there. So
There we go.
There's that. Yeah, that was a spectacle. So this was, we're going to talk about a topic that I don't want to take credit for coming up with this topic because I think it's a great topic. But Lillian LaGrasso posted on Facebook yesterday. What is your favorite part about Fiesta? A couple things, like in order. Give me your top 3 Fiesta things. I'll start. I'll definitely start. Number 1 for me is Greasy Pole. Number 2 is Same Boat Races. Number 3 is the Fiesta 5K. And if you would have asked me 5 years ago, Fiesta 5K would have probably not even entered my thought process.
Yeah.
But it's become such a positive energy kickoff, and like you see so many faces, and everybody's having such a great time. And where we go watch it, like in front of Castaways or in front of Drift, in front of the St. Peter's Club. There's so many people down there. It's like almost like a reunion type of deal. Absolutely love it. I want our viewers chime in. What's your top 3 parts of Fiesta? What are your top 3 parts? Because there's a lot of parts. There's the parade. There's the mass. There's the Fiesta. There's the novena. There's the food. The sausage sandwiches. Who wants to go next?
Oh,
Ralph's gonna go.
the best for me is the Greasy Pole when we're all rafted out there.
Yeah.
You know, and we're all hanging around, eating all day, cooking, drinking. That's my favorite part. And then the races, the boat ride. I like watching the races because that's really exciting when they're coming in to watch the races. And
It's exhausting to watch. It's like I feel tired watching them.
I know.
That looks like hard work.
It's really, really hard. I mean, you got to be in pretty good shape for that. I would love to be able to do that. I would never be able to, but I would love to be able to do that. Not at my age, so. Anyway, yeah, I love that. The Greasy Pole. I love the boat race, and
The greasy pole from the rooftop at the boat port is a nice.
that's fun.
That's a nice take right there. If you can get up there.
If you can get up there.
Yeah.
Last year the weather was, I remember on Sunday, I think it was a little cool, a little windy, and a little choppy out there. Because we were kind of rocking and rolling a little bit, but it was a great day.
Yeah. That was the less nice day. Definitely Sunday.
Sunday, yeah. I like Sunday the best. I mean, I know we do Friday, Saturday. I like.
Chris, why don't you read what some of our viewers are saying?
Let's see. Bill, boating with friends, Tina Grill, by the pole. Bill Wren says Greasy Pole, Tina Grill, boat races, food. Mike Bertolino, Greasy Pole. Everybody loves the Greasy Pole. Deb Bertolisi Pollock, Greasy Pole. Bill Wren, Greasy Pole. When they bring the winner off the beach. That is cool. I've never been on the beach when they are actually carrying them out of the water. I love those photos though.
You missed a real important one, where Pat, Joe's mom, said, "Ralph, love you too. Cookies for you next time." Right? Thank you, Pat.
Michael Anson, Greasy Pole, and sleeping when it's over. The slippery stick, Johnny Paps.
Robert Spanks.
The Novena, Pat Chimitaro, Novena, Greasy Pole mom. She's bringing you cookies, but she does love the Novena, the Greasy Pole, and the boat races.
Yeah, so the weather. Wait, what's up with the weather?
No, well,
The heat's rolling in today.
Yeah, so I just looked at the forecast, and it does look like there's a chance of showers. But I think it's like it's been the last week where it's not going to rain. You know, we've had a lot of bonus days that the weather looks like it's going to be pretty shitty, and they end up being pretty nice days. So, and I think that's what happened last Friday and Saturday, last year on Friday and Saturday too. I don't think any of the days were supposed to be awesome, but they ended up being pretty nice. So,
I have a question. When's the last time you watched a TV show, a newscast, or a podcast where the host disappears from the show?
I know.
Like, what? How does this work?
This is like the Mickey Mouse Club.
What? I don't know. McCarthy, we might have to have a coup. Where is he?
McCarthy is still in bed, I think.
Did he get banged up that much last night?
Well, he's not really drinking these days. But,
I know, but
I don't know. He took my
maybe because he came off.
Thank you, Chris, for driving my.
He came off of the 3-day golf tournament, and then he probably spent.
He was ready to go home when I did, but I was like, "Oh no, you guys are staying. You can take my call."
I think they came in second place. Did Rob come in second place?
They came in second place. Yeah.
Always a bridesmaid, never a bride, Chris.
What's up, Joey?
McCarthy's with us. I just found out some very sad news. Really sad news. One of my long time lobstermen passed away. He didn't have a lot of family. Beverly guy, former Beverly cop. Richie Casola. Really, he was an old timer, and he was a cop all these years. He never got married, and he never had kids. So you can imagine he had, and he lived in. He had plenty. He didn't need to go lobstering. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
and he went all the way until like the last couple of years when he came to the dock here to sell his lobsters. He was shuffling, you know, and like we were concerned that, you know, when he couldn't go anymore, like what was going to happen. And I just got the news that he passed, and he's just a very, very solid, great guy. Good part of the lobster in Beverly there's a smaller number of them, so they're pretty tight over there. But he always sold to us for decades, and was always loyal to us. And we always, you know, he didn't have his strength the last couple of years, so we always used to help him load his stuff up into his truck so that he could go lobstering, you know, because he'd get his bait from us and stuff like that. Yeah, just
sorry to hear that, Joe.
I didn't mean to take down the podcast or anything like that. I would be remiss to not mention. You know, they say when you really die is when people stop saying the last time someone says your name. Mm-hmm. I don't want anyone to not mention Richie Casola, because Richie Casola was as solid of a guy as you could.
Rest in peace, Richie.
Rest in peace, Richie. Yeah. So anyway, we're gonna go on.
We went through the comments about. I think we're done with.
So I didn't. So Fiesta, did you say your favorite things?
I don't think she did.
No, and I didn't say mine.
Well,
so
she did say watching it from the
rooftop.
rooftop. You did say watching from the rooftop.
Yeah.
So elitist.
Beer garden.
I love, as an Irish girl in this city, being in the St. Peter's Club when they start doing the chant. You're enjoying your drink and you're chatting, and then all of a sudden some broad next to you starts belting out that chant.
Broad. Love it.
it takes some getting used to, but I've learned to actually enjoy that.
Yeah.
I love the spirit.
Oh,
I think you should practice that chant.
Well,
We want
I
you to-
don't
we
think
want
I'm
you to-
allowed. I get, green blood, so I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I like the greasy pole and I like the boat races, but one thing, it's sort of the intangible, and I know a lot of people probably don't like it, but I like the crowds. Like, because to me, when everybody's downtown and there's all this energy, like we're really lucky to live where we live, and a lot of the time, especially all summer, if you look at it the right way, it feels like you're constantly on vacation. People are here enjoying vacations, and there's big crowds, but never more than like Fiesta, that 4th of July week. So I just love all that energy that comes along with people being in town.
Yeah, and it's like a whole month. Like, just seems like it's a whole month of celebrating and having fun.
We talk about, Fiesta's part of me. It's part of like our family. It's part of a lot, like it is a ton of Gloucester families. What always makes me laugh is the people that shit on Fiesta like all year. There's very similarities, right? There's people that shit on Fiesta all year long, and then you see them right down there.
Right.
So it's the same type of person that shit on and didn't want the Beaufort Hotel to come.
And they're all hanging at the
and
bar.
They're all hanging out at the bar. And it's also the same people 15 years ago that, Gloucester, you don't be in Gloucester. It's a little rough in Gloucester. And all those people are selling houses in Middleton and wherever else and moving to Gloucester.
Excuse me.
People like the Rogers.
People like the Rogers.
Yeah.
People like, no, I'm not saying you, but
Donna,
so wait a second, here's a picture of Richie. I want to get this on the thing. See if I can get this.
We're back to Richie now.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Back a little.
No.
Everybody just kind of turn their face for a second. There's
There you go.
There's
Richie.
Richie Casola right there.
He looks like a nice guy.
He's a great guy. He was a guy that never raised his voice. He was a guy that always was pleasant. He was a guy that was not, looking to argue for no reason. Just a great guy.
You were asking me a question, Ralph?
Yes, the best decision you've made in your life, other than marrying Mike. Obvious.
Oh, it was moving here.
There you go, moving to a.
Did you know why Gloucester?
No,
let's hear the story.
Let's hear the story.
I want to hear the story.
So when I was a rambunctious teenager, never, but I had my moments. So I worked for Chi-Chi's. Remember Chi-Chi's on 14?
Oh my
When they
God,
first opened
yeah.
up?
Yeah.
That was a big deal. That was like 80.
What was the big deal?
What was the outfit? Was it like a
I know.
Hooters girl?
Everyone's like, what's Chi-Chi's got to do
Did
with
you have
Gloucester?
Blair?
Hostess?
What were
What were you?
No, so I was only 17, so I couldn't serve alcohol. So I remember they had the chippers, the people that first came to your table and gave you your chips and salsa.
Oh, the chipper.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No.
Oh,
I was a chipper.
I didn't
and
know
I
the
was
formal.
Kinda like a
formal name.
In a porn, it's like a fluffer.
Yes.
She's a chipper.
Getting you ready for your meal.
I was like a freaking rock star. You can imagine.
Nobody delivering chips. Like
Chips.
Donna.
Here's your hot and here's your. There was no medium back then. It was
Hot and mild.
hot and mild.
But if you mix them together, you had a medium.
Exactly.
I wonder if we could find one of your managers.
So wait,
and have them on the show to tell us
Well,
how
I
good
don't
you
think
did.
that's possible.
There's just so much here.
So can we get to
There's a long
tie into
backstory.
Gloucester?
Yeah. So,
Right. Forgot
30
about
years
that.
later.
so needless to say, and thankfully my husband isn't in the room. My career at Chi-Chi's ended abruptly, but it was partly my fault. But whatever.
She slept with the manager.
I didn't sleep with the
I was
manager. I was
saying-
17. So
Oh.
I went to work for a guy. My friends all worked at the Liberty Tree Mall. And they were like, go work for Mike at the fairgrounds, which is the slush and popcorn the old back entrance.
Okay.
We were right there. Anyway, went to work for him. Blah, blah, blah. The year goes by, and he got the contract for the beaches. It's a 3-year contract.
For the Gloucester beaches.
For the Gloucester beaches.
Oh, wow.
And I was at college at the time. I was a freshman, and he called me. It was like February, and he goes, do you want to run the food place at Windy Street Beach for me? I got to
Run the whole thing?
Yeah, I was the boss.
And
18.
your previous
I was
experience
like-
was a chipper.
Well, no, I worked for him at his place at the mall, and of course I was a fucking rock star there too.
Wait, what was the place at the mall?
The fairgrounds?
Oh, was this Mike Rogers?
Of course I was.
No. Oh, and fried dough. I used to make fried
You were like you were almost a carny.
I was a quasi-carny.
Unbelievable.
And then I ran the food place at Winship Beach for 3 years.
Oh.
And I had to be there I made, whatever, but I had to be there 7 days a week because I always had deliveries. And so pouring rain, so anyway, I did that. And that's when my love affair with Gloucester started. And I got to be really good friends with the lifeguards, which some of you know, and some of whom I still see. And I just had the best 3 summers of my life. We worked so hard.
Coming of age story.
Yeah.
I had.
Well, that's all we got time
Diet
for today.
Coke.
Oh, sorry. We'll have a good weekend.
I had diet food thrown at me. I had to clean the bathrooms. You could imagine how hot I was.
Oh, the bathrooms at the beaches in
this
the
was back-
70s and 80s
Yeah.
are the most disgusting things.
This was back when the toilet paper was like those thin,
See-through.
the thin square ones that you had to take like 500 of them out and then.
And you had to use both sides.
Anyway,
I still haven't heard anything
So
that
I
would
said,
make me want to move to Gloucester.
so I said, I'm coming back here. I love this. I was at Fiesta. I was at what Machaca used to be, the club. What was it? The Old Timers. I used to drink at the Old Timers.
At 17?
No. At this point, I'm, 20-ish. Anyway, so that's my story.
You ever enter
Sorry,
any
taking
of the
up too
t-shirt
much
contests or
airtime.
anything?
So that's what made you want to move to Gloucester.
Yes.
So Dawn Caraway was a slush girl at Good Harbor and made a fortune. It's interesting. Well-endowed blonde women did well selling slush.
I don't understand how.
Yeah. This is
We had a slush cart. And I
What was
used
your
to say-
favorite flavor?
I used to do crazy shit. Thank God my boss.
We're talking about the slush.
No, but I used to make a watermelon vodka slush. I used to make a tub of it, and I'd have to put a sign on it to say, "Don't
Serve this to the
is
public."
for late night. This is for our bar. This is for our beach parties."
That is good stuff.
So I'd be like, 1 part this, 1 part that, gallon of vodka. Anyway, my favorite was the strawberry.
Okay, there you go. The main reason for Donna Rogers moving to Gloucester was the strawberry slush.
Can you expand upon that story?
No.
I think everyone's exhausted.
Good morning to D.
Love
Noble.
Chi-Chi's in Wisconsin. They are coming back. Well, if they come back, they're not going to hire me.
No.
As a chipper.
Good morning
As
to
anything.
D. Noble. Good morning, Don Caraway. Good morning, Nicole. Happy birthday to Finn Traff.
Oh, Finn Schroeder.
It was his
yes.
birthday this week, if I remember correctly.
16. He's not almost 16 now. He's 16.
No, now
he's
he's almost 17. He's almost 17 now.
He's closer to 70.
So once he gets his license, Nicole's life becomes immediately
A lot easier.
He's probably at the registry.
I feel like Finn is he doesn't require a lot. I feel like he's
Yeah.
Which one is?
Well,
which
he
one
does
needed
need
the
rights.
help to
today's
get the
today's Thatcher Day.
Thatcher.
Today's Saturday.
Thatcher is very.
Thatcher's back.
He's back, baby. So there's that. So I want to show this photo right here. Oh, I don't know if I even uploaded it. Did I? Oh, okay. So this was
Holy
shit! Look at
Jared-
that hair. Look
Jared.
at that svelte body.
I know, right?
Jesus,
Back
you were
then,
hot.
2010. Jared Charney, he's the photographer. He worked for North Shore Magazine. They came down, did a story about me doing Good Morning Gloucester and stuff. And he came to my house a couple of months ago for the latest issue of North Shore Magazine. And
Is that why you're wearing the same outfit?
actually, no, I was wearing the same outfit because I wanted to pimp the shirt. But yeah, no, Jared Charney has not aged at all. And as you can see, I'm like 40 pounds heavier and with no hair. So yeah. Stud back then, right? Stud. Not bad. Not bad.
Not bad. Yes, the article was great.
The article was fucked up.
It was.
Let's be honest. Let's read the article. This is okay. So this is great that we have a snippet of the article because all of our viewers that actually watch the podcast. So this is in reference to the podcast, right? So all of our viewers that watch the podcast, tell me if this has anything to do with what we really do.
Where are we going here? There's lots of
He
work.
often mentions people by name, including his own mother. There you go, Ma. That's true because we always do the rundown.
Fact.
He features local dogs and welcomes different people in the community to talk about other local dogs. I have no.
He hates dogs.
Every week we say this is the segment where Joey pretends to like dogs.
Are you calling us dogs?
He will go, and then he says he will gossip about the dating world of
Oh my God,
Gloucester, but in
never.
a kind way.
Never.
What?
Never.
He goes, now there's a couple that got together and completely love each other. You can see it in their faces. They cherish each other. He said in a recent episode. Can anybody? Are they watching the same podcast?
This sounds like a show I want to be on.
So he has a couple stories mixed up.
I think they
Embellished a little bit.
I mean,
well, I don't know about embellish. I think it's a mistake. Like, I think it was someone else.
so as
The two things that you don't do.
Do we want a retraction?
They watched Chronicle.
so I mean the thing of it is as well done photographically as North Shore Magazine is, as well put together and graphic design wise and the quality of the construction, the glossy magazine and the advertisers they have it, all A-list advertisers. I mean, it's fantastic.
Now you see how we just promoted that?
The writing though.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, it said nothing about dogs during that.
Yeah, not so much. Not so much.
I need to buy a fan or something.
Are you getting
hot
stuffy?
outside.
Wow.
Yeah, a little. Well, Don is
Rubbing
this is just
rubbing up against you.
wafting.
So this was interesting to me. I saw this earlier in the week last week. Flower Buds Cape Ann. We grow the flowers. You spread the love. Deliveries on Thursdays to Rockport and Gloucester residents free of charge. We just ask that you give us a shout out on social. Contact Leslie via email, flowerbudsrockport@gmail.com to place an order. Now, this is what I got, and I believe what their intention is. Someone that you're not just supposed to order these flowers for your house to have free flowers.
It has to be
It's like
intent,
an intent. Someone might have a rough day, or you think that someone could use them. So I contacted them and I asked them to come on the podcast. And I don't know if it's lost in translation. They said, "Oh, I'd like you to, post your experience." They sent it to us. I sent them to Kate. I called and said, "Can you load them to my wife on Thursday?" They did, and it's not big, but it is a beautiful bouquet. Like very, I know.
It's okay.
You sent us a picture, right?
I know. I don't know if Pat put
They
it.
were beautiful. This was when you sent us
So what's their story?
So Joey sent this to us in the text, like this graphic that we're looking at here. And it's like one of those things that it feels like it's too good to be true.
That was the point. I didn't want to really talk about it on the podcast and I'm wondering, I feel like there has to be, like a catch, but I haven't come up to the catch part.
Yeah.
And these people seem just like genuinely super sweet, nice people.
Because today it's hard to believe that people can be genuinely super.
And
Right.
I do have a picture of it, so I will.
But every flower comes.
Oh, Mom said next time on the podcast I'll tell you a story about Joey and dogs.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
We're going to be here for 21 more minutes. Come on, hurry up.
She's going to throw him right under the bus.
All right, wait. We're gonna
Okay,
take this.
I'm on.
I got the picture right here.
Oh, everybody turn away.
Everybody cover your face. The technology is. Oh, yeah, it's so nice.
Really.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah.
So I'm on the website. It says it began with flowers being grown in an old farm Rockport, a supportive living, Inc. residential housing facility for brain injured adults. The
Oh,
program evolved from the therapeutic horticulture program offered at Old Farm since 2016. Random acts of kindness can instantly lift anyone's spirits by letting them know that someone cares about them. They have a buddy who wants to make them happy, hence the name Flower Buds. The social connections generated by this simple gesture have been shown to be a major contributor to mental health, well-being, and healing.
no.
See that on the spot, Donna Rogers.
Very nice reading.
Excellent work.
Did you read a lot like in school where you called on?
I'm going to tell you right now, when you
her
were
weather
younger,
reports are
That was
phenomenal.
good. That was a good.
when you were younger, you probably should have been a chipper. Just saying, you would have been very good at it. Oh,
She should have been. She should have been a newscaster.
Should have been a blogger.
I was going to be a server, but my career at Chi-Chi's ended abruptly.
You should have been a newscaster.
I think I should hear that.
This is we've got to dive. This is probably the only interesting part of the story. We're glossing right over it.
The reason why she got fired.
So what happened?
So,
Was
you
HR involved?
This was before I knew what HR was.
State police, FBI.
No.
Homeland Security.
So I was going out after work with my girlfriends. They were picking me up, and they wanted some alcohol, and my buddy was the bar back, and I don't know who instituted it. I want to say it was his fault, but I'm just kidding. I won't say his name. And yeah, we stole a case of beer.
Okay, so
Well, crime doesn't pay.
it was a learning moment. It was a teachable moment.
I cried for 3 days.
Yeah.
Seriously, it was definitely a teaching moment. I was so sad.
Yeah.
I remember I went into work on Saturday morning, the next morning, and I was like, I noticed I got one of those like secret, they send people from corporate in to get served on, and I got like 10 out of 10 on all my ratings. And I was like, Bill, can you believe how awesome? I mean, I remember this, like how many years ago?
First bubble.
Donna remembering how awesome Donna
41
was.
years ago. And I remember this morning, like I came in, I was like, doo-doo-doo, and he goes, yeah, Donna, you got a minute? He could care less about my 10 out of 10 ratings. And he goes, you got a minute?
That's it.
And at 17, you'd be proud of me as a business owner. I was like trying to negotiate. I was like, but Bill, look, I mean, I got so much to
It was to
offer.
bring in future business.
Yeah, and he was like, you're done.
And for a week after that, she was in mourning. She
I
walked up
was.
her
I went
neighborhood.
up to my
She
room.
walked up and down her neighborhood serving people Doritos.
It's all spin. She's like,
I
as
was-
a business owner, you'd be proud of me. For what? Stealing?
No,
And serving minors?
not proud, but you'd be intrigued.
Huge asset to the team.
But I tried to negotiate. I mean, what 17-year-old is negotiating with an adult to try and save their job?
Yeah.
And yeah, so
Do you ever think about picking up a shift at Machaca?
no.
What's interesting to me is, I see your daughter Caroline, your beautiful daughter Caroline, and she's working at.
She'd never steal a case.
That's what I'm saying. Like I put her up there with like Jimmy and Pat level trust. Like I would never think that she would ever do anything like as
That's
bad.
A+ level right there.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know,
I trust Jimmy
we
and
were
Pat. They're my people.
hooligans. We were hooligans in puberty. Yeah.
So is this negotiation tactic used when you met Mike? Or was it just come easier?
It was just love. It was just love.
Wow. Do you hear that, Mike?
Yeah.
Oh wait, where are we here? Gamber. Oh, so wait.
Gamba.
We did.
Gilbert like chimes in.
Out of the
North
North
Shore
Magazine. Next article: GMG spikes kids watermelon slush in state cases.
Steel cases of beer. I know, really. My reputation has gone to the shitter after this show.
Yeah, that's what they're going to do it on the North Shore Magazine. All right, we have a Sazy report
Oh,
right
Sazy.
here. We're going to queue up the Jim Dalpiaz. All right.
Sazy report time. Sazy. Self-addressed stamped envelope to Good Morning Gloucester, 95 East Main Street, here in our fair city, Gloucester, 01930. And you can get one of these. That's right. One of our best die cut stickers here. It's our best one. Don't miss out. Sazy report.
In case anyone doesn't know what a Sazy is, what is it, Jim?
Self-addressed stamped envelope.
To 95 East Main Street, Gloucester, Mass. Thanks, Jimmy.
That was the best use of 10 seconds.
Yeah, Sazy do a good job. All right, so we hear Sazy report. We always hope when we get the Sazys, we always hope that they leave us a little note.
Yeah.
Who wants to get? Is there a note? No note. What do you think, guys?
No.
Hold on.
It's thick. It's thick.
Oh.
It's thick.
It's thick.
You're gonna
Hey,
do the
John,
wait, stop. Read the top. Where it's from, state or city. Okay.
Peabody.
No.
No, Raleigh.
Rowley.
Oh,
Jesus.
see,
Wow, you really
my
can't
glasses-
read.
Yeah, my glasses.
40.
are bad.
Yeah, Raleigh. All
So
right.
Raleigh, Massachusetts.
Is it card?
Why don't you put your glasses on there, right there?
Oh,
It's like
yeah.
when you give like a gift to a kid and they don't care who it's from. They don't look at
It's
card.
the box
She's
that gets them
she couldn't wait
excited.
to rip it open.
Oh,
it's a
what a-
picture. Is that like
Oh, that's-
Raleigh Town Hall or what is this?
I have no idea.
No, that actually it does say something. Who's got the best eyes?
Not me.
That's
What does it say?
Something Town Hall.
Oh, on the, yeah.
Thanks for your support of the class of 1980. I don't think she got
This
the
is not a Sazy.
It's not a
reunion. What
It's
do you
not a
mean
Sazy. It's not a Sazy.
I don't know. No, it's not a Sazy.
No, it's just a note.
No,
It's
but
just
that's how we
someone-
have people address it. Hold on a second. Thank you for your support of the class of 1980 reunion
Committee.
committee.
Maybe
All right, the meeting committee will be sending a sticker right out to you.
I have no fucking clue.
Well, there's no return address
Yeah, there
stamped
is.
envelope.
Right.
Rowley.
All right.
Oh, I know who this is from.
Rowley Town
No,
Hall.
I know who this is from.
Then,
This is from one of my lobstermen's, the Dalzells.
Okay.
They came by. They came by the shop, and I know now. I know what this is for.
Okay.
Well, you
that
know
was
what?
nice.
Saved us a sticker.
Saved us a sticker. No sticker for them.
Yeah.
She did come and buy some merchandise. So
merch.
we got that going for us. which is
Next
nice.
topic.
Next topic. Where are we at? Oh, I do have a report. So this is a story that I've told probably 10 years ago, but we haven't revisited it. But that's why I'm bringing it up now, because the same thing happened. There was we had a gallery on Rocky Neck on Madfish Wharf called the Good Morning Gloucester Gallery, and there was about 6 of us that took part in it. We each had a wall, kind of, and some of us had like a space in the middle.
Were you an artist or?
Framed prints.
Okay.
We had one of our contributors was a clay pottery kind of thing, and it was really fun. And every Sunday morning, we had we had a rotating guest artist, and we'd have an opening for an artist, and everybody would bring food, like brownies or a pie or whatever, and the artist would provide libations, like wine, chilled wine, and they were packed. So this is the gallery was probably about maybe 1.5 times the space of this room, and there would be like 35 people in this thing. The energy was off the charts. It was so much fun. It was known every Sunday morning we did this. And we put the food at the very back, and the idea was people would have to walk past all the art on the walls, and to get to the complimentary, opening food. Because we didn't want these people to just get wiped out. Well, so every week, everybody'd be there, and everybody would contribute something, just about. If you didn't, that was fine, whatever. But there was this one couple that would come. And they're of means. Every week they would come.
So they weren't strangers. You knew these people.
We knew these people. Every week they would come. They would put their head down, worm their way through the crowd, go right to where the free food and wine was, get a plate, and they were the kind of people that would just stuff the plate, and turn around, not acknowledge the artist, the featured artist, their opening, walk out and just fucking leave. And the reason I bring this up was it wasn't one time. It was every fucking week. It was like no shame. And I'm like, do they not realize that we see what they're doing?
Right.
Did they bring your own Tupperware?
They didn't even. No, not even good enough to bring. And, if they brought something one time to contribute to this, so everybody kind of brought a little something. As a matter of fact, one of the contributors, Peter, he's involved with the
Millar?
No, he's involved with the adventure. He's on the board of directors.
I like his shirt.
Anyway, he made a stencil, and he would make these brownies or something, and he would put powdered sugar and the Good Morning Gloucester.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, but anyway, so at this John Sarkin gallery, they're having a big fiesta long week opening over there. All same type. Actually, it's a very similar thing. All like a group of artists having a wall and having events every night of a week of fiesta. I saw the same couple, and they were doing the same exact
How many years later?
thing. 13 years later. 13 years later.
We're on to you.
So they're up to the same shenanigans, and it's no shame at all. It's just
That irks the hell out of me.
just
Because I'm a foodie and I like to cook for people and stuff like that.
Oh my god!
But
If you feel like someone's taking advantage,
I'll cook for anybody. But
Yeah.
when they start expecting it, or if they start asking, and like when we're on
Demanding.
demanding, we're on the beach and I'm making snacks. making 150 smash burgers for people, and then they come up to me, okay, I don't want onions on this one. My son wants this one. And by the way,
Drew and I were talking about it the other day. We were on the sandbar, and we were just like talking about how like, you pull up onto the beach, you start cooking for everybody. We're just stressed out trying to keep our anchor lines in place, and like you're throwing out food and like the best food too, and you just love it. Like you just love cooking that much.
I just have a question. Is anybody streaming the podcast right now on their phones?
Can do.
No.
No, I don't want you to. Because that would be a reason.
I'm not.
That would be a reason for the
I'm
echo.
on.
I don't know why.
So I guess we've had an echo.
Yeah.
We've had an echo. I don't know why.
Oh boy.
It's that.
So Ralph has a story. I thought this was a great story about. You got to tell the story.
Oh, when we first moved into Gloucester?
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't Talise. Back in the
Talise.
day, it was Market.
Oh, the market. Yeah, whatever. Same space. So, or Annisquam, those Annisquam people.
Yeah. So when Kim and I first moved into Gloucester, we didn't know a lot of people. We knew a couple, but we didn't know a lot of people. We didn't know the restaurants, but someone told us that you'll go to the market. It's a really good place. So okay, great. So we hop in the car and we drive out there. Now this is we're going way back. So Kim and I really we're coming from Middleton. We might not dress the same as some people.
How long have you been in Gloucester?
Now 11 years.
Okay.
11 years. So this is 11 years ago. So Kim has a nice leather coat on. She's all dressed up. She has a nice leather coat, like some studs on it or whatever. It was I think it was obviously it was fallish because we had a leather coat on. But we walked into the restaurant, like everybody at the bar, everybody at the table just like stopped and looked because we looked like Marissa Tomei and my cousin Joe Pesci and my cousin Vinny. And the two, we come looking and I look at her, she looks at me, and I go, "Yeah, you don't blend. we don't belong here." So we were talking about the other night with Joe and Kate, and Joe got a good chuckle out of it because because when Kim first walked in, he made a comment and he said something like, "Well, look at you, you're all dolled up," or whatever you said, and that prompted the story.
I think I figured
a
out.
funny story.
I think I figured out why we had the echo, and I bet you people are going to say now that it's the end of the podcast. I think I had the camera mic on right here, and I just turned it off. So everybody, let me know if the audio is better right now. Yeah, Fonzie and Pinky Tuscadero.
That's right.
Fonzie and
Nailed
Pinky
it.
Tuscadero. That's right. Yeah. Biff has arrived.
Biff.
That's amazing. I could
Great
just.
if we had a picture in the two.
Oh my God! Oh wait.
So how long after that did you? Echo's gone. So I know what I need to. Know what I need to do from now on. I got to make sure this is off. I'm sorry, everybody. I should have figured that out earlier. What a bum.
I'll try to.
So it was taking audio from the camera and from this mic.
Yeah.
Better, but wasn't that bad.
It wasn't
To
terrible.
my husband.
Oh, good. Thank God. So there's that.
Jamie.
Oh,
about
Jamie's with
Jamie's
us.
there,
Jamie Langanopoulos is with us.
We we still have the McCarthy video.
Oh, we do have the McCarthy video. So some people were saying we didn't have enough coverage of the reenactment. But
do we ever?
If you thought that we were going to leave you with very little, Jay Teho, good morning to you from Fort Walton Beach. Here's a little from the reenactment right here.
Good morning, Gloucester. It's GMG Chris. I'm here with Austin, one of the Redcoats, and I have an important question for him that all of you are going to enjoy. My question is, Austin, back 250 years ago, how did the Redcoats poop in those uniforms? Is there a secret hatch?
So this might surprise you, but we've come up with a pretty efficient way of pooping, and it hasn't changed much over the last while. But apparently on the militia, we poop on the militia. That's why we won the battle.
Poop on the militia? You poop on the militia?
That's how we won the Battle of Bunker Hill.
So is that the secret? You just don't poop. You just fight through it.
You hold it till the right moment. Hold it till the right moment.
It's not good, folks. Here's a public service announcement. Do not hold your poop in. You have to release it every day, at least twice a day. Austin, thank you for your time. Twice. Austin, thanks for your time.
Absolutely.
Make sure you go and see the reenactment again on Sunday afternoon. 3 shows?
Yes, there's landings at 10:30, battle starts at 12:30, 2 o'clock and 2:30.
All right, you heard it here on Good Morning Gloucester. Out.
You just thought that you were just going to get a normal podcast this morning. You got to get the poop report. There you go. Oh, look at Peter Tarantino podcast going downhill rapidly.
Yep, always.
So there's that. Big news this week. The LL Bean Beach Box.
Very interesting.
Arrived.
Very interesting concept.
It arrived right in front of Beauport at the bottom of the stairs right there. And
I found the picture of me and Kim.
Bless you.
I don't know why people think that we look like Marissa Tomei and Joe Pesci. Have you know what?
That's funny. We're going to show that in a second. So the LL Bean Beach Box right here. As soon as I saw this, I knew I had to go down and get the story because I'm like, this is wild. This partnership is wild. And I went down and Deanna Penn Collins gave me the interview. And this beach box is actually pretty incredible in that they are going to loan out beach chairs, beach games, and other beach umbrellas while they last, loaned out. And they're not signing people out. Honor system, which is amazing to me. Until to people, beachgoers. So if you get to Gloucester and you want to go to the beach, and you get there early enough, I imagine that they're going to go pretty quickly. You don't have to lug a beach chair down to the beach. You go down to Cafe Sicilia or Castaways or Virgilio's, get yourself a sandwich or whatever,
coffee and pastry,
and walk right down to the beach. And that's all you gotta do is carry a little your refreshments for the day. And there's even on the side of that beach box, they have a 30 SPF dispenser.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah, really, really cool. And I think she said there's over 30 beach chairs in there, and I think that they had some replacements. But let's hope people respect it. It's not going to be open until after Fiesta.
Smart.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah. It's a brilliant idea.
So that,
and we'll have to,
while they last, what's the over under?
He just hit exactly what I was going to say. Should we go double or nothing on our $5?
Oh, I got to provide
for when all of the stuff will be gone.
Well, once it's gone, we're going to be looking on McCarthy's boat for all new LL Bean beach attire.
That's a good. By the way, we have to present we have to do the official presentation of the $5 bill, which I'm happy to do, by the way, because I was always rooting for Missy to open on that date, and I'm happy. Crisp sawbuck here. There you go.
Very dusty.
Joey's money stays in the car.
Oh,
long time.
Stop it.
It's been in there since 1973. It hasn't seen the light of day.
The communion money.
Look at that money. I'm surprised it can even stand up on its own.
Is that? Do you want to show that picture of you and Kim?
Oh, yeah. I don't know why people think that we look a little like Marissa Tomei and Joe Pesci. Like, everybody look away.
Cover your faces. So good. So good.
Oh, yeah, like you blend.
So how fast did you run up to the mall or wherever and get all new outfits?
I just started wearing my work clothes.
There you go.
And I blended right in
after that.
So following up on Beauport this week, roof deck. A lot of people have been going up. It's been when we've had some nice warm nights. It's been really awesome. Good lineup this week. Sunday night, we've got Ricky Loria. So if you liked the piano bar and the jingle bar, like this guy is one of the best. Like he can literally play any song. So
that's tomorrow night.
That's tonight.
Oh, tonight.
6 to 9. 6 to 9. Tomorrow night we have reggae with this and that. They're always great. It's going to be a nice night. I know a lot of that might be getting close to sold out. Tuesday, our weekly residency with Annie Brose and Ryan DuPont. Wednesday, Steve Dennis, and Thursday, the Headlands trio with John Rockwell, Amy Rich, and Robert. Forget his last name. But another awesome week of music up there.
Awesome. That's a nice take. I like to try that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to get up there too. Waiting for a really nice afternoon, get out and go up there.
It's gonna be super hot on Tuesday, so maybe.
Don't forget the beer garden that they're gonna have for Fiesta.
Right. That was fun. We did that last year. That was
so great.
2 years ago. Last year.
Wait, on the first floor or on the roof deck?
No, the one on the
You
main
did that?
level. I did that, yeah.
Isn't it awesome?
I didn't even know about it.
Yeah.
But they're gonna have. I think they're gonna do. They said they're gonna do Shazita sandwiches.
No kidding.
Yeah, I think they said they're gonna do
That's
the
impressive.
sandwiches. So there's that. Okay, I think that's it for the podcast. We're at 10:01. Thank you guys
That's
for
it?
joining us.
That was
Stay
quick.
cool, everyone.
It fly-
Stay cool.
Yeah, this afternoon. Once we get the Thunder Boomers,
Yeah.
right after that, we're gonna have extreme heat until
Yeah.
right through Tuesday.
Change your
So-
filters in your air conditioners.
So just so you know, these shirts right here, lightweight. Lobster, get your lobsters, get your lightweight shirts. We also have the SPF shirts down the shop. When's Pat and Jimmy coming back? Do you know?
I think tonight.
Where
Tonight.
are they?
Yeah.
They get
In New York. I don't know how we squeezed the whole show in 10 minutes because 50 minutes of it was
I know.
Donna's Chi-Chi
The
story.
Donna, it was like a
Listen,
profile in courage.
You guys asked. I mean,
Congratulations to our friend Mike Forget, who opened for like some huge, like A-list reggae band, ska band, this past week. I forget the name of the band, but he played the Stone Pony.
Oh, cool.
And did you have a happy birthday shout out to somebody? Didn't you say
I did.
you
No, I did, Finn. Yeah.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Yeah. There's that, and I just got off track. And we're gonna go out today. You know, in honor of Mike Forget playing the Stone Pony, we're gonna go out with Over the Bridge. Everybody have a great day.
Little town with big news. 411, come get the scoop. Wake up with Joe and the rest of his crew. It's good morning, Gloucester, to you. Oh, it's good morning, Gloucester, to you. I say good morning, Gloucester, to you.